reenactment time here in Lewisburg, West Virginia. As you see, you got the tent city where they're set up, and we've got Civil War reenactors. I guess they work at Gettysburg, Baltimore, Maryland, around that area from the Battle of Antietam. And the Battle of Lewisburg reenactment is pretty cool. We saw this last year, but now we're actually getting to film it. Now, what's cool about the Civil War thing is Lewisburg is also known as one of West Virginia's most haunted small towns, because you've got Civil War history, Revolutionary War history, basically a lot of death. Death equals haunting. That's why we love this place. We have a lot of places to investigate. So what we're going to do now is I guess we're going to go film around a little bit around the tent city, maybe try to talk to some of the reenactors here, maybe see if they've seen and heard anything that could be paranormal, because this is, after all, Haunted Journeys, and what it's all about is, of course, the haunted places around here. So we're going to go on and we're going to take a look around the tent city. So we're over here in the cemetery, and they actually buried some of the dead here in this strip and moved them over yonder to where there's a big mass grave up that road made in the shape of the cross. And they buried Confederate dead from not just the battle here in Lewisburg, from the battle up at Droop Mountain, where we've actually investigated on a couple of occasions. Now what we've got here is our new Ovilus X, and in theory the spirits can manipulate the phonetic generator in this and actually speak to us. So let's ask some questions to see if we get some actual answers. Horse. Help. Did you get shot on a horse? Were you buried here and then dug back up?
Sounds like it said February.
February. Were you?
I think it said get out.
Get out of your cemetery space? What's hard about this phonetic generator is it's like sometimes the spirits are trying to learn how to use it. Are you trying to figure this thing out? Possibly. They said Ovilus, did you hear that? Were you words? Did you hear that? Words?
Yeah.
Were you Confederate or were you Union? North or South? Federal or Rebel? Which army did you serve for? And are we standing in the space where you got killed and were buried? It stopped talking to us, so whatever was talking to us told us to get out and said that something happened to him in February. It said Ovilus in words, so it goes that it was trying to speak to us through these words or these phonemes. So with the phonetic generator, the phonemes, the basic human blocks of speech, they put these syllables together to make words, and you saw it work. So right now we're going to go elsewhere around the grounds and figure out what to do from there. This is our Haunted Journeys Civil War special. We're here in front of the John North House Museum. It was his first home. Now, it's not haunted, but it does hold a lot of cool things, as well as Civil War artifacts, which this is, of course, our Civil War special of dealing with the Battle of Lewisburg. So, now, why we're talking about the museum? Because John North built a second house and moved into it, which is a couple blocks across the street over near Foster Street. And the second house is haunted. Now, here's the story behind why it's haunted. His daughter fell in love with a Union soldier who died at the Battle of Antietam. And she was so distraught because he never came back to her. She hung herself in the closet where her spirit still remains. Alright, we're here in front of the old Lewisburg Library. Now, they relocated the library up on the hill at Academy Park next to the college, Carnegie Hall, and North House Museum where we were just at. Now, why is this building cool? One, it's supposed to be haunted, which is why we're always around these places. But number two, this was a hospital for the Confederate Army. And as such, they have graffiti. Well, that's what they call it, historical graffiti. But actually, soldiers carved their names into the walls on the second floor where they did amputations. They worked on bullet wounds. A lot of soldiers died here, and their spirits still remain here at this old library building, which makes it probably number 2 on the most haunted list just in downtown Lewisburg. In fact, a lot of us paranormal investigators think that you could go through the whole town of Lewisburg with a digital recorder, and you could actually capture EVP just walking down the street no matter what time of day or night.